breakfast new. I done got it. See my jewels shining.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Coleman. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down at the 14.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now is Carr. And he finds Howard complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
5 yards.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And some room to maneuver. The 40. Past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 65 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. That would give to the big fullback use check. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. In his own end zone, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Coleman. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
And it's 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
And this time, Jackson will throw it. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down.
The 37-yard line.
from the gun. Jackson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one to Galladay. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 5. Here's Dillon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr going to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Carr now on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Coleman. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Throw. The open man is Westbrook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Throw for it on 4th down. He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe. Bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed, Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On second down, it's Snell. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
It's Coleman here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And he completes it to Westbrook. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
They go play action now. Jackson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Dillon, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. To throw is Jackson. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they were right on target there with a fade to get the 2.
It seems like a low percentage play, doesn't it? Because you're throwing it into a tough spot and there's not much room to come down. But when you have a really athletic receiver and a quarterback with touch, it's hard to defend.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, go. And got his man, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DK Metcalf, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Bengals 21, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Raider first down.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Coleman. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Complete to Bates.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Carr. And he finds Howard complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Coleman, the ball
Give him
carrier.
5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are,
Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Down at the
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On second and goal, Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Raiders.
Steven Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Bengals 21, Raiders 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
The play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Bengals. 59 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Raiders' 4-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. Jackson now. And he's brought down. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Raiders 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third down.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And a Raider first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 17-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run with Snell. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Carr. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
It's been a long day for you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, you don't want to see.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
To throw again on second down. Carr. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
To throw on third down, Carr. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Complete.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Carr now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.